Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
And I'm Dave.
And this week we'll be discussing the episode of Angel Origin. This episode originally aired April 21st, 2004, attracting approximately 3.69 million viewers. Alrighty, so let us start off with the major video game releases this week. So April 27th, if you were a PC gamer, you could pick up Rise of Nations Thrones and Patriots, which is technically just an expansion, but whatever, I'm going to count it.
Which I believe is interesting, because it's, I believe, one of those civilization builders, or more the war-type ones.
No, it's like a real-time strategy. It's kind of like, from memory, it's kind of like an Age of Empires kind of thing.
Ah, okay. Because again, the name title is very similar, and I believe they released a sequel or addition to that game a year or so back recently.
There probably was I don't remember. No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, mild sadness.
There was a re-release of the main game on Steam in 2014. But yeah, apparently they were working on a sequel, but it was canceled. But that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, as it's usually stands in most cases.
Yes. Also on April 27th, if you're a PC gamer, you could pick up a little game called City of Heroes.
That game that decided to come out that was mildly interesting for a time, but definitely didn't have the things to last.
So, here's the thing with this one. It actually lasted a lot longer than I thought.
Surprising, but within its particular genre, that's not exactly the longest time.
Gonna have to disagree with you on this one, Dave.
Duly noted.
Just because the game came out in 2004 and was receiving updates into 2010.
Okay, around till then.
So I don't have an exact date on when the servers were shut off, but it actually did last 5 years or so, which that's actually pretty good for most MMOs.
Yeah, for that. Is it still around, or is it one that's just been lost to times?
I'm sure there's probably fan servers that are going, but went free to play in 2011. I don't see actually anything about it being shut down. So it might still be around,
but not exactly sitting where it was when it first came out or in those first couple of years.
No, in 2008 it had just shy of 125,000 subscribers, which that's really strong. But yeah, that was a game that I never played.
Indeed.
Moving along to the number one film in America this week.
Is it still the Kill Bills?
It is not still Kill Bill.
And now I'm sad.
No, it is a different film that I kind of don't know if you'll get. It's a Denzel Washington film.
The name is vaguely familiar, but I can't place the face.
Oh, it's a movie called Man on Fire.
Because that's a thing that sometimes happens. It's not the best thing, but it's a thing that happens.
No, it's an adaptation of a book, where basically this guy has to protect this little girl. I don't know.
Okay, I see the title thing from there. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it around walking around the movie theater, but yeah, haven't seen this movie.
Yeah, I didn't expect you would have. And number one song in America this week, Dave.
Nothing's immediately coming to mind. Would fit from there. Was it at least a different one from last week's?
Nope, it's still Yeah by Usher featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Yeah, still those cases of those music video sort of songs just stay.
Yeah. Anyway, let us move on to the AI-generated haiku about this episode.
Well, this is definitely a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because it makes me giggle. And this one's pretty terrible. You'll love it. Because it gives next to no information, but also gives a major spoiler. Parents seek answers. Superhuman son's powers. Angel's son Connor.
I don't want to give you the satisfaction, but god damn it, that pretty much hits it right on the head.
I just love how, you kind of spoiled, one of the reveals of the episode.
Pretty much not even. Like, the little opener thing, and maybe even, the first 2 minutes of the episode.
Alrighty, well, let us get more in depth on what happens here. So,
Hi.
Wesley has returned to Wolfram and Hart with Illyria, and Angel tells him that while she's there, they have a responsibility to study her, and that Wesley doesn't have to care for her by himself. He also pledges to rescue Gunn from the Hell Dimension in which he is trapped. The two know that anyone working with Illyria is at risk of serious harm, so they decide to have Spike do it.
Yeah, the most safest to do it.
Also, they're not going to be too upset if Spike dies.
Supposedly true. The only one who would most likely be upset would most likely be Spike.
Well, and maybe Harmony, a little.
Maybe a touch.
Maybe a little. Yeah. Angel tells Wesley that while Fred is dead, he is still alive and needs to start acting like it as the team needs him. A troubled couple comes to Wolfram and Hart seeking help. They explain to Wesley that their son was hit by a truck, but completely undamaged by the experience, and that they are sure there is something supernatural going on. As he goes down to the lobby, Angel is shocked when his son Connor arrives. It transpires that he is the one who is unharmed by the truck, and still has no memories of his life with Angel or the fact that he is his son. Angel refuses to investigate and asks the family to leave. Wesley is puzzled why Angel wouldn't take the case. Angel simply tells him that they've seen what the firm does to good people. Angel talks with Hamilton, who assures him that the senior partners are not behind this. However, he also tells Angel that this is not a coincidence. Someone is trying to get Angel's attention and is doing so through his son. Turned away, Connor and his parents go home in their car, but they are attacked by demons. Connor begins to fight them off and is astonished at his strength. Angel arrives and rescues them, then says that he and Connor need to talk. Angel has his team investigate where the demons came from. Angel and Connor go back to Wolfram and Hart, where Connor meets with some of Angel's colleagues. Wesley learns that the demons that attacked Connor were working for Civus Vale, an incredibly powerful demon warlock. He concludes that Vale must not have wanted it to be a secret because he specifically sent demons that would be recognized as his. Angel decides to pay him a visit. However, Wesley is surprised when Angel adamantly refuses to have anyone accompany him and begins to think that something else might be going on. Angel easily kills Civus Vale's demon guards, and learns that Civus Vale is the one responsible for Connor's new life. At Wolfram and Hart, the team find evidence that Vale's special brand of magic is temporal shifts and memory reconstruction, and that the firm paid him to do a massive job on the same day that they agreed to take over Wolfram and Hart. Vale confirms to Angel that he erased everyone's memories of the boy and created new ones for him so that he could live a normal life. Angel asks what it is that Vale wants, and Vale explains that he simply wants someone dead. Sojan. He has the urn that Sojan is trapped inside, but wants him dead as he likes finality to his affairs. Vale conjures the box and explains that it is an Orlon window. Through it, one has changed reality to see things as they once were. If it is smashed, anyone in the vicinity whose memory has been altered would get their old memories back. Angel offers to kill Sojan himself, but Vale tells him that it isn't that simple. Connor is the person prophesied to kill Sojan, so he is the only one who can do it. Angel, having no choice, agrees. Angel tells Connor about Sojan and that he'll have to fight and kill him. Wesley is shocked that Angel is even considering this and tells him that records show that a large spell was performed by Vale the day they took over Wolfram and Hart. Angel tells Wesley that it needs to be done and that Connor is special and can do this. Connor and Angel go off to practice some fighting techniques before they go to Vale's home. Connor's not very good at fighting, stumbling awkwardly while he tries to take hold of some of the weapons he used to be so adept at using before. He is willing to kill Sojan, but seems rather naive about the realities of killing. Meanwhile, Gunn is being tortured. He has his heart torn out every day, and Marcus Hamilton pays him a visit. He tries to offer him a deal in exchange for escaping the demon dimension. However, before he can even begin, Gunn refuses and resumes the torture. Wesley and Illyria go to the archives, searching for the nature of the spell cast by Vale. Wesley realizes that reality has been changed, and Illyria states that some of Fred's memories have also been altered. He then finds the contract signed by Angel and becomes suspicious that Angel engaged in some kind of contract that caused Fred's death, just as Gunn had done. He concludes that the reason Angel doesn't want Wesley to research this further is because he didn't want to find out about Angel's guilt. Connor and Angel go to Vale's to fight Sojan, but Vale traps Connor in a room with Sojan. Angel can watch the fight, but neither of the combatants can see Angel or Vale on the other side of the mystic partition. So Angel cannot interfere. Vale ignores Angel's pleas to let him help. The battle between Sojan and Connor goes poorly. Connor is not really trained in this type of combat. At that point, Wesley and Illyria show up to confront Angel. Wesley seizes the memory box from Cyrus Vale, who is frozen in time by Illyria, and demands to know what is going on. Angel tells them that he can't explain, but Connor is his son, and Wesley must trust him. Wesley accuses him of selling out Fred to her death to save his son. But Angel denies that charge and tells him that he did what he did because it was for the best. He asks Wesley not to smash the box and to trust him. Wesley says that he can't, and that believing it may undo the last year and restore Fred, he smashes the memory box. In a split second, all of the memories related to Connor return to Wesley, including his own regrettable role in kidnapping the baby. He realizes that Angel wasn't trying to protect himself, but rather trying to protect Wesley. Angel anxiously watches Connor to see how he reacts to his returned memories. Connor suddenly begins fighting back well, ultimately beheading Sojan. When the mystical partition dissolves, Connor acts just like the well-adjusted suburbanite Stanford freshman he was before the battle, giving no indication that he has gotten his memories back. It appears that the mystic partition saved Connor from the effects of the Orlon window. Back at Wolfram and Hart, a humbled Wesley begins to adjust to his newly reacquired memories. Illyria asks him if the memories of betraying Angel are the ones he needed back. Although they were painful, Wesley takes solace in knowing that he now knows what really happened. Connor says that he is taking his parents home, as this is not their world, and you do what you need to when it comes to family. As he is leaving, he turns to Angel and says, "I learned that from my father." Connor proceeds towards the elevator and takes one last look at Angel before the doors close. So, what do we think of this episode? Yes. I mean, it is an episode that definitely kind of needs to happen before the series wraps up.
Indeed, though, as it sits within the case of just the explanation that kind of went through, I believe, off the particular site, that Walt did nothing. He flippin' remembered.
Oh yeah, Connor obviously remembers.
But then just the case of, I have this life with a family, I'm in a college, and it's just the case that I know I have these superpowers. Yeah, this works.
Yeah, no, I love the ending because it's like this. It's a really great kind of wrap up to that character where he's like, yeah, like, I get that you're my dad, but like, you're also kind of not.
Yeah, I kind of gotten this life together, and I remember all the particular memories, and especially all the shit I've kind of gone through. And on one half of my brain, it's like, oh, please, for the love of God, don't revert back to that one particular person that just wants everything to die. But thankfully, it took the nicer route of, yeah, a lot of that shit happened. But also the case with my family also kind of happened. And I'm in college and got somewhat of a life together. So let's maybe take that route.
Yes.
So at least that turned out nicely. With the Wesley thing, that's going to be kind of put into question. But as it sits, he kind of at least has it. But ugh.
Yeah.
Additionally, just his conversation that he has with Illyria as well, with the fact of he now has those memories back. I can't remember the line exactly, but essentially she just sort of asks, is it a case that you wanted those memories to hide the truth from you to not deal with it? But Wesley says that it was to survive because at the time with having all those things, yeah, it was essentially what he was kind of going through with Fred's death, as it was, because it was a lot.
Yeah. I really like this episode. I think it's quite good. Again, it's not like super heavy on like mythology or plot stuff, but I think it's it's a fun episode, and it's nice to have kind of that wrap up for Connor.
Indeed. It was also interesting on seeing the demon that did all the ridiculously big work for doing this stuff.
Yes.
Oh, and additionally, he was mildly fun. It's like, did you kill all my guards? Like, as many as I could find. And I should have gave them a day off.
Yeah, this does seem like a nice wrap up for Connor, although I'm not going to say if it actually is or not, because I don't want to spoil the next 4 episodes. Anyway. So if there's nothing else, let us move on to some international titles. Okay. So there's a lot of them that are just Origin, and we're just going to skip those.
Oh.
Okay, so in Finnish, Thicker Than Water, which that's pretty good. In French, Another Reality. In German, My Son and Me. In Hungarian, Father and Son. But, okay. The Czech know what's up with this title. Because, they might have the best title ever for this episode, Dave. Get ready for this. Better a merciful lie than a murderous truth.
Only matches with it.
That's so good. I love that. That's just fantastic. Alrighty. So, if you don't have anything else about this episode, Dave, we'll do a quick preview of our next episode, which is called Time Bomb.
Because, of course, we needed the particularly concerns of that.
oh, okay. It's time to go back to the future, Dave.
There were...
When Illyria's powers become unstable and cause her to erratically jump through time, she learns that the gang intends to kill her. Upon returning to the present, Illyria plans to murder everyone before they're able to attack her. To save everyone's lives, Angel goes into the past with Illyria to alter the course of events. There's going to be time travel.
Hooray! All the timely-wimely things and the whatnots and the, oh god, all the different dimensional... Oh god, my brain!
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. Anyway, so that is going to be next week, and it will be fun. It will be fun. So, until then...
Will it?
Well, we'll see. Until then, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dave.